Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I got something new for you again. This is the Redcat's newest release, the MT-18. It's got the Lawless and the Edelbrock versions of the vehicles. I'm not sure what the Lawless is as far as brand naming, but the Edelbrock is a racing. I think it's Edelbrock Racing or something like that. Yeah, it's actually on the truck. But that's pretty much, I know they do carburetors and some other stuff. So, I mean, that is a licensed vehicle, but I don't know that Lawless is, or I don't know what it is if it is. But either way, these are the two new trucks that Redcat's bringing us. Same truck, obviously built on the Ascent 18 platform. There's a lot of differences there as I was trying to order some of the upgrades to go with this from release, and I was trying to get what was available, off of the Ascent 18, and a lot of the parts I wanted were not compatible. So I'll go over some of those and what they have, and we'll take a look maybe even at the Ascent. These things just arrived today, and they released today, so I'm rushing to get this video done, but I had intentions of having this in 2 days sooner and being able to, go through and do the servo upgrade on the rear and get some run videos and things like that for us. But unfortunately, they just arrived today, so I literally have about 4 hours before the release. So let's get one of these unboxed, and we'll take a look at them and kind of pull out the Ascent 18 and maybe do some comparisons to those and just kind of go over the vehicle. So, man, had to rip that out of there. So I can tell you first things, I didn't even get the cardboard off yet. First thing I can tell you is that this box appears much darker than what the body shell actually comes out. It's not a bad blue, don't get me wrong. I actually like the color of the blue, but all the spec and promo colors all made it look a little darker. Almost like a landslide dark. Alright, so in here we've got some links. Looks like connecting rods, a couple body posts, I guess, in case you want to put additional body on. I do see what I was curious about, the other servo horn. Now, when the upgrades are done, I probably could have just got the ones for the Ascent 18, but like I said, I'll have them coming on my next order, so I'll upgrade these to the aluminum. But they did give me the plastic one for the four-way steer, so I should be able to make another video and do the four-way steer for this and see how easy it is, because they say it's super easy, so we'll see. Got the manual and just a standard USB charger. The remote is the same as the one for the Ascent 18, which is a decent remote. Feels good. Doesn't feel cheap. It's for a cheap vehicle, an expensive vehicle, but it doesn't have that overall cheap feeling. And I'm guessing this is going to be the switch here to change the rear steer, which I'm not a big fan of the steering switch knob, but that's a quick receiver remote upgrade. Obviously you have to do some other changes with this being a 2-in-1, but we'll see how it works out when we go to do that video after this one. Alright, there she is, man. That's not a bad looking truck, man. Look at them big ass tires. Wow, they got a really good feel to them. They're like super spongy and soft. Wow, things really turns too. Look at the steering angle on that thing, man. All right, okay, Redcat, I'll see you. This thing actually looks awesome. So let's get the body off here and take a peek here. Let's get. Give me a second. Be right back. So there's the two of them side by side. I mean, obviously the body size is the same, but this completely just comes off as a larger vehicle with those tires and the raised up platform. Obviously, if I didn't have that sit normal, they do ride about the same height. But yeah, man, let's get these bodies off and see what if any of the differences are here. You just got a twist thing just like the Ascent on the back. And for shits and giggles, let's just see. Alright, so for those wanting to know, the body is a little longer on the Ascent. So it doesn't actually, if you go in here and put this where it needs to be at, you're off in the front. So that would mean the same would be true here. Yep, it doesn't reach. So, no big deal. Now I'd be curious, you got FMS Max Smasher, those hard bodies that they make from FMS. Now this is a really good feeling piece of Lexan, by the way. It's very hard, rigid. Definitely stiffer than the Ascent bodies. But the FMS Max Smasher, I'm not sure of the exact size. I don't have any currently in stock right now. But those hard bodies would be nice on this if they would fit and able to work, even if you had to put the body post back on and make it work. So let's see what we got here. So let's first of all, before we get into a comparison, I just want to get that out. Let's actually take a look at the vehicle here. So it's got a 4 kg Metal Gear servo in there. And they give you, they said everything you need to put this and make this here. So we literally just, I think, take this off, put the servo on there, connect the servo horn, put that there. And I think we mimic that just like that. And I'll tell you what, there is not much room between that servo horn and arm. So I'm definitely going to stick with the Redcat upgrade for now on that, in case any are longer, which look like they might hit. Even though this can, yeah, that can move down a little bit, but still. Man, these are some very deep tires. I mean, they mount all the way in there. But this is an awesome feeling truck. You got oil-filled shocks on this thing. This is a completely different chassis, obviously, than the Ascent. But it does look... Now, with the wheelbase different, let's see if the wheelbase is different. The wheelbase does not appear to be different. So these links do seem like they are the right links. Redcat does have aluminum drive shafts on this, so that's a plus. Whereas these here were the plastic ones. And I can tell you right now, with the Ascent 18, these things pop off like crazy. Endura is what we had to go to before, but now that Redcat made these for theirs, we might be able to get these directly from Redcat, even for the Ascent people. I'm looking at a couple differences here. I mean, the drive shaft looks like they're at a different angle and they might be smaller, so this might actually not fit on the Ascent 18, which is also why some of the parts I was trying to get weren't available, because they weren't the Ascent parts. But this shaft is a little longer here. I'm sorry, a little longer on the Ascent than it is on the MT-18. But no big deal. Like I said, they make all the parts for this on their own. The links I then question, I guess. These links do appear shorter than the links here, which are the upgraded ones. So they do actually appear a little shorter. And these are just a tad bit, but this is the same center plate, it looks like. So as far as those two go, but getting a little carried away on the immediate comparisons, because I've already seen the other truck and my eyes immediately want to look to see what's similar and what's different. So I'm going to take a break from that for a second, and just talk about the things that I know about for the MT-80. And that is, like I said, we showed it already, that steering angle is a huge steering angle. And I'm hoping the rear is just as good, because this thing would do some serious donuts with that kind of steering angle. We got the, like I said, talked about the 4 kg Metal Gear servo. I brought a couple of those extra in. They cost about $15 from Redcat. So for a Metal Gear servo for 4 kilogram, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but for a truck like this, you're probably upwards of like $25, even as high as $45 for aftermarket servo of a name brand. So what they're giving you with the Metal Gear stock out the box in their upgrade for $15, I mean, you probably wouldn't even need to mess with that. You know, it's not a plastic gear, so it's not going to strip out as easy on you. It does have the 2-in-1 remote control combo, so if you go to change out your motor, you will have to change out this in the remote control as well. I'm not sure if there's any receivers that will work with this remote allowing you to keep it, but I could tell you like a FlySky GT5 and things like that have actually a better crawler mode set up where you can, you know, not flipping a switch, you literally just change the mode and you can literally change it digitally. So that's a lot nicer to me, but to each their own on that. We do got a 58 turn 180 motor for anybody looking to upgrade. I'm not sure about the pinion size or anything on that. You know, it's something we have to dig deeper to find out because they didn't give us on the spec sheets. We mentioned the oil-filled shocks, so they do have like a limit guard here to keep these from traveling as much. And it's not limit guard actually, that's the body. Sorry. So that's the body. It's just a short base there. It's not meant for long travel, but they do make these bodies also in aluminum. As well as the gears in this are regular differential gears, but they do make diff lockers, as well as steel transmission gears that go inside there. So that's something like I would do. I would definitely have the steel transmission gears and definitely probably put the diff lockers on, being a little monster truck. I don't know how that would work for four-way steer, if it matters or not, but I'm going to drive it for a little bit before I do any of those upgrades and kind of see if I like it. They will have available 4 upgrades for this little guy. They will have the servo horn, the servo holders, steering links, knuckles, suspension links, the diff covers in the front, the wheel hexes, which will be brass as well if you want to add a little bit of weight, and that bottom skid plate along with, like I said, the transmission gears and diff lockers. So a lot of upgrades already from Redcat on this that we won't have to go and look for third-party manufacturing like Endura and all to do like a lot of us had to do with this, because this has got all the Redcat upgrades on it, but Endura's got, you know, the whole front and rear axles. They had the drive shafts, and something else they had, but that was really, and they have links and stuff as well, but I really like these links better than the Endura links. And I forgot to put the rear portals on this, or this should have been fully upgraded with Redcat's parts. But so I plan on doing the same thing with this eventually, but I do want to play around with this first. I never had intentions on driving the Ascent. I do have intentions on messing with this, so I definitely want to get a feel to see the differences when I do upgrade it. But this little guy is cool, man. I tell you what, I cannot wait to get this thing going. It feels really good. There's your reverse diffs, or differentials, I should say, where it reverses the wheel on the other side. So looking forward to getting this thing out, and might even see if we can pop a wheelie with this guy. I don't know. See what kind of torque she's got. But again, guys, this is Redcat's newest release. It's coming in at $159 retail, so we might see this a little cheaper around the holidays. Redcat could pull a card on us and take this away for the holiday sale like they did with the Ascents last year, the large ones when they came out. So that wasn't part of the holiday sale since it was a brand new release. But if not, you know, you'll be looking at probably about a $150 to $159 price tag around the holiday season, which, comparing it to like an FMS Max Smasher, I mean, I've seen the Max Smasher. I can tell you already this is built better than a Max Smasher. Max Smasher does have metal gears and portals, but I didn't like portal gears on a little monster truck. I didn't want that. So these being straight solid axles, and they are aluminum axles as well, metal axles inside of there as well, not plastic. This is a huge upgrade over that, and about the same price tag. So like I said, they're about the same size. Like I said, I have seen them, but not side by side. Let's go this way. But guys, this is pretty much all I can show right now. There's nothing else really to talk about. I kind of covered everything they have. The best thing I can do right now is to get the battery in this thing, get it charged up, and let's take it for a run. Maybe I'll do the upgrade video for the rear real quick and have a couple videos for you guys to watch on release day. So let me see how fast I can get this going. This is the truck, guys. Super excited. eager to get it out and play with for first time in a while. Never drove a Valkyrie. As much as I love that truck, it just was not something that hit me in the wheelhouse. 10 scale, 3S, 4S truck. I've already got those, so I've seen a lot of people driving them, loved them. But this one, I'm actually very excited to get out because I love the small scale monster trucks. I love solid axle monster trucks. I love the LMTs. Those are vehicles that I love to play around with, and this is going to be another one, I feel like. So I'll get this going, guys. Stay tuned if you want to see some of the other videos. I'll have the rear steer coming up, and this hopefully right after this. We'll see if I can get them all posted. If not, they'll be posted hopefully by the end of the night. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching.